Our buddy Torrey Smith tweeted, with Chandler, meaning Chandler Jones, and J.J. Russ is really going to ask for a trade if they don't bolster up that offensive line. If you actually think about the defenses in that division now, the Rams, obviously, with all those guys on that front line there, particularly Aaron Donald, you've got now San Francisco, if they get healthy with all those guys, Nick Bosa and crew coming back, and now this 1-2 punch in Arizona. That's where you are, Cam Jordan. You're in Arizona. What was your reaction yesterday, and what are you hearing about J.J. Watt choosing the Cardinals?
Look, this was fun for me. I sort of sit back, with free agency pending for a lot of players. I sit back and just eat my popcorn and watch what happens because it's fun to see, not only fans but analysts have every idea of where he could go. And then, of course, he comes up with the source me being a part of the Red Sea. And of course, he'd been linked to Pittsburgh. He'd been linked to the Browns. He'd been linked to, every other team. And then all of a sudden he comes up with the Cardinals. It's like everybody had their own idea until they realized, this is back when, J.J. Watt was in one of the greatest draft class ever in 2011. Every offense to everybody else because I just am biased like that. But that's where we trained at. We trained out at what is now Exos out in Cave Creek, Arizona, and it looks like he's coming back to his training ground draft class 2011 roots.
So, Graziano, we had put him in a lot of other places based on the chances of winning in Green Bay, based on playing with his brothers in Pittsburgh. In the end, and there's nothing wrong with this, he went to the place that could afford to pay him the most money. That feels like the way this thing played out, Dan.
It does. To Cam's point, it was a tough day, for those of us who report on the league because everybody was wrong about where J.J. might go. But sometimes you miss. It's okay. I thought he'd end up in Green Bay personally, but they didn't have the cap space. Arizona obviously did, and they made a big play for him. This is big money. Remember, this guy was supposed to make $17.5 this year from Houston, non-guaranteed. Now this contract for Adam Schefter is going to pay him $23 million guaranteed over the next couple of years. So that's a big win for him. Arizona's got some other free agents on defense that they have to try and bring back. Patrick Peterson, Hassan Reddick, guys like that. But they thought they could bring in J.J. Watt, put him in the interior, kind of unlock the pass rush even more. Chandler Jones, as great as he's been with a strong interior pass rush, can only be even better. Another thing I'm sure Cam can speak to as well. But Arizona thought this was a play worth making in a tough division, and they think it sets them up.
Tough, I think, is an understatement, Marcus. I think it's the best division in football right now if you look at it from top to bottom. And many of us look at it and say, he chose a team that could wind up being third or fourth in that division. Or could they stun the world? More surprising things have happened, Marcus Spears, than Kyler Murray turning it on in year 3 and that team shocking the world. Give me a first guess. With J.J. Watt in Arizona, how good are they going to be?
They're going to be very good, G. Not only because of his skill set. Look, he has familiarity, too, with Vance Joseph, which I think played into this and how they want to rush the passer. Vance is real electric with his blitz packages. But with J.J., you don't have to send extra guys. Makes you a better defense when you can commit guys on the back end defensively in that division with now Stafford and Russell Wilson and Jimmy G potentially coming back for San Francisco. So he's a big upgrade. If Kyler can get back to form when he was injured to playing at that MVP level early in the season like he was, that makes them formidable in their division, let alone talking about a playoff berth.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.